Have you ever heard a river whisper? It's a sound that is both mysterious and soothing, a gentle murmur that seems to carry the secrets of the earth. In a tribe of Assam, there is a river that does just that. This river is not just a body of water, it is a living, breathing entity that has a voice of its own. It is called the Katakhal. The name itself evokes a sense of mystery and wonder, as if the river holds ancient secrets waiting to be discovered. The Katakhal flows through lush green valleys and dense forests, creating a picturesque landscape that is a feast for the eyes. The greenery around it is so vibrant it almost feels like the river is painting the world with its waters. Its waters are clear and sparkling, reflecting the sunlight like 1,000 tiny diamonds. The clarity of the water is a testament to the purity of the river, untouched by the ravages of time. The Katakhal is not just a river, it is a story that flows with the current, whispering tales of old to anyone who cares to listen. It is a narrative that has been shaped by the passage of time and the lives of those who dwell by its banks. It is a story that has been passed down through generations. Elders recount the legends of the river to the young, ensuring that the tales of the Katakhal are never forgotten. These stories are woven into the very fabric of the community. The Katakhal has seen the changing seasons. From the vibrant blooms of spring to the serene snows of winter, the river has witnessed it all. Each season brings a new chapter to its story, adding layers of depth and beauty. It has witnessed the joys and sorrows of the people who live along its banks. Celebrations and festivals light up the riverbanks, while moments of sorrow are shared in its tranquil embrace. The river is a silent witness to the human experience. The river listens to their stories. It hears the laughter of children playing by its shores and the quiet prayers of those seeking solace. The Katakhal is a confidant, a keeper of secrets. It carries their hopes and dreams. Fishermen cast their nets into its waters, hoping for a bountiful catch. The river supports their livelihoods, providing sustenance and hope for a better tomorrow. The Katakhal is a silent guardian, a constant companion. It stands by the people through thick and thin, offering its unwavering support. The river is a symbol of resilience and continuity. The people of the tribe have always respected the Katakhal. They understand the river's importance and treat it with the reverence it deserves. The river is an integral part of their cultural and spiritual lives. They believe it is a sacred river. The Katakhal is more than just a source of water. It is a divine entity that commands respect and devotion. The river is a bridge between the earthly and the spiritual. They offer prayers to the river. Flowers, incense, and other offerings are placed in its waters as a sign of respect and gratitude. These rituals are a way for the people to connect with the river on a deeper level. They ask for its blessings. The river is seen as a benevolent force that can bring prosperity and peace. The people believe that by honoring the river, they are ensuring their own well-being. The Katakhal is a source of life and livelihood for the people. Farmers rely on its waters to irrigate their fields, ensuring a good harvest. The river is the lifeblood of the community, sustaining them in every way. It provides them with water for their crops and for their homes. The river's waters are channeled into irrigation systems, bringing life to the fields. Women carry pots of water from the river, a daily ritual that underscores the river's importance. The river is also home to a variety of fish. These fish are not just a source of food, but also a part of the river's ecosystem. The Katakhal supports a diverse range of aquatic life, each species playing a role in the river's health. The Katakhal is a vital part of the ecosystem. Its waters nourish the plants and animals that live along its banks. The river is a sanctuary for wildlife, a place where nature thrives. It is a place of beauty and tranquility. The river's serene waters reflect the changing colors of the sky, creating a breathtaking spectacle. Dawn and dusk are particularly magical times, when the river seems to glow with an inner light. The river's gentle current seems to whisper tales of the past. These whispers are like a lullaby, soothing and comforting. The Katakhal's voice is a reminder of the passage of time and the enduring nature of life. These are stories of courage, love, and sacrifice. The river has been a witness to countless acts of bravery and love. It has seen people make sacrifices for the greater good, their stories becoming part of the river's legacy. This is the enchanting tale of the Katakhal River, a tale that continues to unfold with each passing day, adding new chapters to its rich history. The Katakhal is more than just a river. It is a living testament to the resilience and beauty of life. High in the hills, where the air is crisp and the mornings are often shrouded in a delicate mist, near the source of the Katakhal, a river that winds its way through the valleys and nourishes the land, lived a kind woman named Lightlang Pui. She was known far and wide for her gentle nature and warm smile. She lived in a small bamboo hut nestled among the trees, where the sounds of nature were a constant companion. She had a beautiful daughter named Tlong, who was the light of her life and her constant companion. Lightlang Pui spent her days weaving intricate patterns on her loom, a skill passed down through generations. She was known for her exquisite puan designs, each piece a testament to her patience and creativity. Puan is a traditional Assamese garment, rich in cultural significance and often worn during special occasions. Lightlang Pui taught Tlong the art of weaving, sharing with her the secrets of creating beautiful patterns. Tlong was a quick learner, her nimble fingers soon mastering the techniques her mother showed her. She inherited her mother's talent and creativity, adding her own flair to the traditional designs. They lived a simple life, their days filled with the rhythm of the loom and the quiet contentment of creating something beautiful. In the evenings, they would often sit together, sharing stories and dreams as the day came to a close. They would watch the sun set over the distant hills, the sky painted in hues of orange and pink. Life in the hills was peaceful. The villagers were close-knit, always ready to lend a helping hand to one another. They celebrated their festivals together, with music, dance, and a sense of community that bound them tightly. Lightlang Pui and Tlong were loved by everyone. Their kindness and generosity had earned them a special place in the hearts of the villagers. They were known for their generosity and kindness, always ready to help those in need, whether it was through a kind word or a helping hand. They always helped those in need, their actions speaking louder than words. Lightlang Pui taught Tlong the importance of respecting nature, instilling in her a deep love for the world around them. She told her stories about the spirits that lived in the forests and rivers, tales that had been passed down through generations. Tlong grew up with a deep sense of wonder and reverence for the natural world, her mother's stories shaping her view of life. This connection would shape her destiny in ways she could never have imagined, guiding her path and influencing her choices as she grew older. One day, Tlong was exploring the forest. She came across a clearing bathed in sunlight. A rainbow shimmered in the mist from a small waterfall. Tlong had never seen such vibrant colors before. The colors danced before her eyes. She was mesmerized. An idea sparked in Tlong's mind. She wanted to capture these colors. She wanted to weave them into her puans. She ran home, her heart pounding with excitement. She told her mother about the magical rainbow. Lightlang Pui listened patiently. She smiled at her daughter's enthusiasm. She knew that the rainbow was a special gift. She taught Tlong how to extract dyes from flowers and leaves. They experimented with different plants and roots. They created a palette of colors. Tlong wove day and night. She poured all her heart into creating the most beautiful puan anyone had ever seen. The colors were so vibrant, they seemed to glow with an inner light. The news of Tlong's magical puan spread through the village. Section 4. Whispers and Worries. People came from far and wide to see Tlong's creation. The news of her extraordinary work had spread like wildfire, drawing curious onlookers from neighboring villages and even distant lands. They were amazed by the colors. The vibrant hues and intricate patterns were unlike anything they had ever seen before. The fabrics seemed to shimmer and dance in the sunlight, captivating everyone who laid eyes on them. They had never seen anything like it before. Some admired the puan, marveling at the skill and creativity that had gone into its making. They whispered among themselves, praising Tlong's talent and wondering how she had achieved such a feat. Others whispered about magic and strange powers. They speculated that Tlong must have used some form of sorcery to create such an extraordinary piece. The whispers grew louder and soon rumors began to spread. The villagers had always lived simple lives. They were used to the familiar rhythms of their daily routines, and anything that disrupted this sense of normalcy was met with suspicion. They were wary of anything that seemed out of the ordinary. The idea that Tlong's creation might be the result of supernatural forces unsettled them deeply. Fear and suspicion began to spread. The once friendly community started to fracture as people took sides. Some defended Tlong, while others were convinced that she posed a threat to their way of life. Some villagers started to avoid Tlong. They no longer greeted her with smiles and warm words. Instead, they turned their backs on her, afraid of what they did not understand. They believed her powers were dangerous. The fear in their eyes was palpable, and it only served to fuel the growing hysteria. They whispered that she had made a pact with spirits. The idea that Tlong had consorted with otherworldly beings to create her masterpiece took hold, and soon, it was accepted as fact by many. Light Lang Pui tried to reason with them, but her words fell on deaf ears. She spoke passionately, trying to dispel the rumors and reassure the villagers, but it was no use. The whispers grew louder, drowning out her pleas. The villagers became more afraid. The more they talked, the more their fear and suspicion grew. It was as if a dark cloud had settled over the village, casting a shadow over everything. They demanded that Tlong destroy the Puan. They believed it was the source of their troubles, and that getting rid of it would restore peace to their community. They believed it was a curse. The once admired creation was now seen as a harbinger of doom, and the villagers were desperate to rid themselves of its perceived malevolence. They feared it would bring misfortune upon them. Every misstep, every accident was now attributed to the cursed Puan, and the villagers' anxiety reached a fever pitch. Light Lang Pui and Tlong were heartbroken. They had poured their hearts and souls into the creation, only to see it become a symbol of fear and division. They didn't understand why the villagers were so afraid. To them, the Puan was a work of art, a testament to their skill and creativity. They couldn't fathom how it had become the focus of such intense fear and suspicion. The village elders met to decide Tlong's fate. They gathered in a solemn assembly, their faces etched with concern and determination. They decided to banish her from the village. It was a drastic measure, but they believed it was the only way to restore peace and order. They believed this was the only way to protect themselves. The decision was met with a mix of relief and sorrow. Some villagers felt a sense of justice, while others were heartbroken at the thought of losing Tlong. Light Lang Pui begged them to reconsider. She pleaded with the elders, tears streaming down her face, but her words fell on deaf ears. She pleaded for her daughter's life. She spoke of Tlong's innocence, of her talent and kindness, but it was no use. But the elders were firm in their decision. They believed that banishing Tlong was the only way to protect the village from the perceived threat of her powers. Section 5: Tlong's journey begins. With a heavy heart, Light Lang Pui helped Tlong pack a small bag. They both knew that this was goodbye. Tlong embraced her mother one last time. Tears streamed down her face as she turned and walked away. She didn't look back. Light Lang Pui watched her daughter disappear into the forest. She collapsed to the ground, her body racked with sobs. She knew in her heart that she would never see Tlong again. The villagers had made their choice. They had chosen fear over love. Tlong wandered through the forest. She didn't know where she was going. All she knew was that she couldn't stay in the village. The villagers no longer trusted her. They no longer welcomed her. She felt lost and alone. The forest was dark and unfamiliar. The trees seemed to close in on her, but Tlong was not afraid. She knew that the forest was her only sanctuary now. She would have to find a new home. She would have to start a new life.